talk about some drama. Usually, I know you guys know that I don't like talking about drama. But we are going to address it today because I think it does need to be addressed. So, the drama we're going to talk about is between Tati and James Charles and Jeffree Star, for some reason, who inserted himself into the drama. Anyways, I don't know what happened. I didn't watch any of the videos. There was a little bit of the apology video from James Charles that I watched, but that was only because it was on my Snapchat story. Not story, but it was in my Snapchat, so I didn't know what it was talking about. And I was watching the satisfying videos where, you know, they crunch the stuffy stuff. And it just automatically went, and I saw a little bit of it. And later on, I saw that he posted a video defending himself with receipts saying no more lies and all this kind of thing. Let's face it, a lot of the things that Tati talked about, other than the things basically calling him a sexual predator, could have been handled privately. They could have been handled in a professional manner. She could have expressed all these things to him, in a civil way, instead of taking to the thing that would impact his career the most. Because, like I said, I don't know anything about it. I didn't read anything else about it. I read comments, but that's about it. And that's just because some of the people that I follow on Twitter follow them on Twitter and read things that they talk about with their comments and things like that. But hurt people. Like, that's something we all need to know. And I understand that. I've been there. I've hurt people because I've been hurt, and other people have hurt me because I've accidentally hurt them, and I didn't realize it. Things happen that way so we can learn from it. But putting him in that situation where he has to defend himself, I think shows that in a community like YouTube, we really need to support each other instead of tearing each other down like that. And I'm not saying that she wasn't allowed to have her grievances with him and things like that, because to my understanding from what I've read, because like I said, I didn't watch the videos, she helped him get to where he is now, and she feels like she was basically used, which I understand. I would be upset too. I get it. But putting somebody in that situation doesn't really do anything except for pit your fans against each other, really. And that's not good. That's not a good thing to do. That's not something to promote. There's so many impressionable minds that watch YouTube that are here on YouTube to be here just for the community, that are also here because they learn from things that we do. We see, like, case in point, when that one person, whoever it was, I don't know if it was on Snapchat, if it was on YouTube, I don't really care. The very first person that ate a Tide Pod made a video about it, and then guess what? Everybody else made a video about trying that Tide Pod. Guess what? That ended in chaos. There's no way that this is going to be any different. Yes, they're not eating anything that's dangerous, but they're pitting themselves against each other, and we've already seen it where her video came out and everybody who was fans of hers, fans of his, fans of other beauty gurus, they all came and attacked him. That is never okay. Pointing out that he did something wrong, 100% okay. Blatantly attacking him and using all these hateful words and things like that, it's not okay. But calling somebody, you're a frog, but calling somebody out is completely different than attacking them. Like, I could sit here and say something about somebody and just in passing saying, you know, this person did this, and just calling them out on it instead of, oh, well, he did this, so we should all go blah, 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 blah. I don't think she meant to promote any kind of hate towards him. Then she very well may have, I don't know. But when you have this kind of a platform at your fingertips, it's a slippery slope. And that's mainly because there's just so many people who watch this platform, who watch the videos that you are calling people out in, and think that it's okay to do that on a regular, not a regular basis, but they think it's okay for you to do that. If you have a grievance with somebody and you want to share it, of course, it's just your channel. Do whatever you want. But just know that your words can't be taken back. Your video can be taken down, but anybody can download it. Anybody can download it and save it to their computer and share it later. It can happen. And promoting that kind of mentality where you tear somebody down is not a good thing. And I kind of segue into this because I really wanted to talk about it. This all happened the same weekend or the same week that I heard, I don't know how long it's been in the making, but the bans on abortion happened around the time I was hearing about this as well. Like I said, it may have been further on. I try not to stay on Twitter as much anymore because at one point it got to the point where I was doing that instead of being productive in life. And that's not okay. I need to be up and doing things. I need to be focused and stuff. So, I have PCOS. I haven't talked about it a whole lot. I made a tweet about it yesterday, and the sole reason I made a tweet about it yesterday is because I knew I was going to record this video. I didn't think it was going to be about drama. I thought it was just going to be me talking about PCOS and how it's affected me. PCOS, if you don't know, is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, to my knowledge, I don't know a whole lot about it, but from what I've heard and what I've been told, is something that attacks your hormones. It makes your hormones imbalanced, and there's no way to really recover from it. They don't have anything, there's not a magic pill you take to fix it. So it's like an uphill battle. And these bans on abortion are also trying to target birth control. Birth control isn't only used to prevent pregnancies. A lot of people use them to regulate periods, to help their hormones stay in balance, to help with cramps, with bloating, anything like that. It's not just used to prevent pregnancies like the government apparently thinks. And with polycystic ovarian syndrome, there is a high chance that I will never have a child. That's my own. Like, I will never give birth. There's a high chance of it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but there's a high chance that it'll never happen. And I was told this my junior year in high school when I was, oh, I can't wait to get out of high school. I can't wait to do this, do that, do this, do that, and have a family and all this stuff. I was told my junior year of high school that I was probably never going to have a child because of polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's very hard for people to conceive with polycystic ovarian syndrome because the name implies, there are cysts on your ovaries as well, and sometimes it makes it hard. I was told I had a cyst on my ovaries in high school as well. I was told that if they couldn't take it out laparoscopically, they would have had to do a hysterectomy, which, to my knowledge of hysterectomies, happens later on in life when women have gone through menopause and the hormonal change and everything like that, and it helps to regulate your hormones, I think. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not talking about it I'm not talking about it scientifically. I don't know. But they were talking about they would have to take out basically my reproductive workings. And being told that as a junior in high school is terrifying, because I already was told, like in 3rd or 4th grade that I was going to be bleeding for the rest of my life. And then in high school, or middle school, I think is when it actually happened. And then high school, I get told that I'll probably never reproduce. Which, I mean, there are many other ways for me to have a child, which is to have a surrogate, to adopt. And I've thought about these things too, because, I'm 25 now. I'm now legal age where I can adopt. I'm not going to until I get my stuff together. But my point in talking about the abortion things that were going on is that there are many other reasons other than not wanting to have a child that people have abortions. People that have, and I'm only speaking from what I've heard and what I've been told by people that suffer from the same thing that I suffer from, is that they sometimes had to choose, they had to choose between having a child or their personal safety. Having that child grow up without their mother. Having that child grow up feeling like their mom died because they were born. That's awful. And I know that the parent that lived, if there was another parent, we wouldn't let them think that. But in the mind of a child who was born and doesn't understand why they don't have a mother, that would be in their mind the entire time. Or you have people who, what you're saying is that if, God forbid, a woman gets sexually assaulted and winds up pregnant because of it, you want them to have a constant reminder of them being sexually assaulted. And now I know that a lot of people are going to say, or a lot of people have said, well, if that happens, you can just give the baby up for adoption. Okay, so you're adding to a already crowded system when there are many other children that need homes. There are people that have children all the time that wind up being in abusive households. And a lot of times, not a lot of times, but unfortunately, some of those children die. We don't talk about this enough, and we only talk about it when it happens. But my point of this video is that for this drama that happened, it's so insignificant to what's actually happening in the world. I think that, like I was saying, calling him out on things that he did wrong, 100% okay. Help him learn, help him grow, 100% okay. But just know that from that kind of thing, you are always going to have people that throw hate. Anything, really. I'm sure that people will find something to hate in this video. Probably my lipstick, probably the fact that you can see my double chin, or the fact that I keep moving. And the fact that sometimes I look here and sometimes I don't look here at my actual camera. I understand, I get it, I'm aggravating to watch. I'm sorry. But my overall point is just that we need to support each other instead of trying to tear each other down. Like I said before, I don't know if I said in this video, I don't think she intended to tear him down, like to ruin his career, and if she did, that's terrible. But I think she wanted to express how she was feeling, and that's 100% okay. Like that's what your platform is for. But anyways, I'm done with that little kind of a rant thing. I also just wanted to talk about the polycystic ovarian syndrome issue. I am going on Wednesday this week to get an ultrasound because when you have PCOS, sometimes you don't have your period. If you don't have your period, the lining of your uterus doesn't shed like it usually does. So if that happens, sometimes, if it happens, the uterine lining can build up. If the uterine lining builds up too much, what I was told quite recently from my doctors, both of them, is that these cells, because there's so many of them in one spot, I think is the way they explained it to me, what'll happen is that the cells will start to morph and change. Whether it be good or bad, it could just turn into another cyst, or, unfortunately, it could turn cancerous. And so, I'm going on Wednesday for them to check it to make sure that I don't have uterine cancer. I'm actually on my period now. It just started again, so I don't think that it's built up too much, or it'd be a lot heavier than what it is now. But I guess my overall message to everybody is just be kind to each other. Point out things that happen that may have been in poor taste. Help each other grow. Don't tear each other down. Help each other understand what happened and what was wrong and how it was wrong. We're all equal. We're all here on the planet to live our lives the best we can, and our best lives shouldn't be used to tear each other down. Love each other, support each other, and correct each other. Just, show what happened, how it was wrong, and talk about it. Don't tear each other down. That's my main thing. Don't tear each other down. We need to support each other. We need support now more than ever. These bills for abortion are coming up everywhere now. There are some places that thankfully just denied it entirely and smacked it down. But I'm gonna do another video, not right now because I have to go to work in a few minutes, but soon, where I'm going to talk about some things, and it will be upsetting. It will be very upsetting for those of you that share views with me, where I believe that women should be able to choose what happens with their bodies. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video. I hope you guys are having a good day. I love you all so much, and as always,